Let me know if the music is too loud or too cold, soft,
Cold.
whatever.
Too hot or
Way
too
too cold, dude.
Loud or cold?
Or rugose, or
He's using words.
just getting synesthesia here. Anyway.
Yeah, there we go.
Welcome back, everyone. So, it's our second adventure, though still the first session, technically, of Spelljammer Academy. So, our group has already checked off most of the things on their to-do list, but they still have, let's see. So, they've already gotten their bunk assignments, collected their red shirts.
Yes. Killed off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Done a spell jamming ship inspection. And the gymnasium.
That's right.
So all that's left is basic training in actually piloting one. So you have, most of you completed the gymnasium course, none the worse for wear, except for Kaylin and Vina Nightguard, that obnoxious elf lady.
Well, we can't all be athletes.
I am down a few hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like half.
TPK 99 didn't do too badly, but not as well as your party's robot, so. So, are you heading off to the final task?
Yeah, let's do it.
I suppose so.
Okay. So I'll move you over to the Spelljammer Nexus, which I do not have a map here, so bit of theater of the mind, but I can show you now.
Ooh, I want to play
So,
telescope.
yeah, that fancy looking room. You come to the Spelljammer Nexus room, which is primarily a training area for the Spelljammer cadets, which is basically the pilots, the people who actually pilot or helm the ships.
I want to do
Which-
that. I want to do that.
Well, and only people with spellcasting abilities can do that, so
Considering it's the only people that are made of flesh.
No, that would be that's discrimination.
no, it doesn't really matter if they have flesh or not.
Such a weird thing to say.
Slimies are people too.
Plus, I recall you have the actual skill to
Yes.
associated with space vehicle piloting,
That's
which
true, I do.
I'm not sure if that's still a thing in 2024, but we'll
don't-
say it is.
I don't think officially it is, but it should be a thing. It's a complex thing.
Mhm. Anyway, it looks like a training area with a large orrery, training spell jamming helms. Looks like actually, high-backed chairs mounted onto mechanical gimbals that encircle a 30-foot-high orrery, depicting realm space, which is the system around portal, which, let me bring you there if I can find it. Okay, there's realm space.
Hell yeah.
So, not that you're actually out there, but you would be there, and you can see Toril there, kind of placidly orbiting around the sun, along with a number of other bodies. And you think you can see some little, almost like model Spelljammer ships, also off near the orrery. Let's see. Where's that? Too many handouts and stuff. You are greeted by this guy, this person, the Spelljammer training officer,
Snap to
who
attention.
apparently is human.
He's not wearing purple.
All right. You're not allowed to
Wait.
Surrounded by it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, purple being the
Oh,
security clearance.
Yeah. Once he got in here, he took it out. He took it off.
Good point.
It's hot up here.
You must be some of the new cadets. Welcome, welcome. So, some of you are, candidates for doing the Spelljammer, yes?
Start waving a pseudopod. Me, pick me, pick me.
That sounds like a yes. Anyone else?
I raise my hand. I am ready to lead, sir.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, my name is, Cersei Abijin. And...
Awesome.
Cersei Abijin.
It's funny how
Abizin.
he has trouble saying his own name.
I just picked it out this morning.
Funny. Sounds made up to me.
Well, unlike some of the others here, I do not compulsively lie all the time. No, they don't say that. So, you are here to try out the helms then. Excellent, excellent. So, first I do have some questions for you. I always am curious what brings people to our humble academy. Let's see.
I think I belong
They look,
here.
what was that?
I said, I think I belong here.
Oh? Why is that? What brought you here then?
Don't know. But I think
So
I
you
belong
belong here, but you
I think I
don't
belong out there.
Well, ultimately, yes. So then where did you come from to begin with?
Candlekeep. And before that, I'm not sure.
I see.
But I think I want to go home. Ooh, black phone home.
I
Here,
see.
have your Reese's Pieces.
Well, I sense a great destiny inside you, yearning for release. Or is that just the creepy whispers you hear?
Stop talking. Stop bringing my backstory. Is that my file you're holding? It says you're hearing creepy whispers? What? How did they know? How did that get in there?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. That was supposed to remain confidential.
Well, thanks.
Right. Well then, they turn to, sorry, blanking on the name. Jim's character, Kalen, was it?
I am Kalen.
Kalen, tell me, what life event in your past drove you to live in this moment right now?
I think I belong on ships. My parents were lost at sea. I don't know. I'm gonna die like my parents.
Do you need to make a deception roll?
I mean, technically, yes, because nothing I say is pretty much true. So that's up to you.
So yeah, make one just for the heck of it. Hmm. Lost at sea, you say?
I do say.
You're sure they're not still around out there and just abandoned you or something? No, sorry, that was
Oh, that's
rude.
harsh, man.
Emotional damage.
Noting vicious mockery.
How dare you, sir?
Wow.
Well, tell me what makes you believe they are lost at sea rather than some other fate?
Like abandoning me?
Yes. I mean, if you haven't seen them in some time.
I haven't seen them at all. I was raised an orphan by a half dragon? Yes, a bronze dragon. Sorry, that raised me like his own son.
Let's see, was any of that true?
No.
Oh my.
You can just pretty much assume no. It's not true if I say it.
Right.
Well, that is quite unusual. Well, I am sorry to hear about, I suppose you didn't lose them if you were already orphaned, but semantics,
You don't know what it's like to grow up without parents. You've wounded me this day. You do?
I don't have parents.
Well, I look at him up and down. No, I assume you would not.
So you came out of a tube.
Third direction.
Like I don't even know what parents even are. I don't have whatever that is you're talking about.
Right. Well, I'm sorry to disturb you, Kalen. Well,
He brings the mood down.
Yeah, you're the worst, like, commanding officer ever, aren't you?
Now that we're all suitably depressed, let's fly a spaceship.
more of an instructor. So then they turn to Zarthik, was it correct?
Zarthus.
Zarthus, okay. So, Zarthus, was it? Tell me, where do you wish to be 1 year hence? What shall the cosmos make of you?
That's a good question. I hadn't really thought about it. I 1 year hence, it might be a lofty goal. I'd like to create a sanctuary for Fifth Yankee like myself who have deserted Queen Vlaakith, and I don't know if I'd be able to do that within a year, but I'd like to be on my way.
Mm-mm.
Well, for something like that, you'll need investors. I'm sure we can find some.
Hmm. Actually,
I'd be more than happy to help you.
Embezzle money. I mean,
I just kind of get on the side, like, okay, I'm not sure if I trust this guy.
I
business
wouldn't, no.
partners.
Interesting. You may wish to speak with Mert the Merciless, the founder of the Academy, about that. Perhaps he could aid you in that.
Mert
But
the Merciless?
that is
Okay.
quite a goal,
Is he Ming's brother?
given the power of Blackus. What was that?
I said Mert the Merciless. Is that Ming's brother?
Well then, last but not least, the little clockwork one over there. Tell me, what was it?
He said, you ask him what he wants to do in the future. He says, I want to live up to my name.
Tell me, Hildy, tell me a tale of your past. What should I know of you? Surely you have a long and storied history, a fearsome foe you felled, or something you fixed, or...
He's scrambling to look up his backstory. Did you write a backstory, Chris?
No.
Dude, he got a name for his character. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
good for
that's
him.
true. You should see his Candlekeep character. I swear,
Oh, yeah.
what, he might as well be Jackie Daytona.
I said it.
Because he's talking like Matt Berry all the time.
Oh boy.
It's great.
That's awesome.
He's kind of a dick.
It's been fun so far.
Or, well, I understand if you've just been constructed, you may not have quite so much of a history. So, if so, I understand. Not the talking sort, are you? Anyway. Well then, welcome to Spelljammer training, those who are proficient in the magical arts. Yes, I know. You are. So, those who are, just sit right down in one of these chairs. These are spelljamming helms. Every ship has one, and it is how you control your ship.
I will plop my ass down in the chair. Oh, sorry, I don't have an ass.
Plops his droopy puddle in the back end in the chair.
I make an ass and then plop it in a chair.
I will also plop my fully formed ass into the chair.
Not dematerialized.
No.
I reconform to fit the chair.
Okay, well, as you do, it's a strange sensation, and you feel your consciousness kind of not shifting, but moving. It's almost like, actually, for the Shadowrun players,
Which is
a bit
always
like piloting a
like a rigger deal.
yeah, yeah. So you suddenly, your viewpoint, you see you are kind of right above or on the bridge of one of the model ships that are near the orrery, and you can kind of actually feel, it's almost like your limbs, kind of like you've been sleeping on your limbs and they've fallen asleep, and there's that kind of pinprick sensation, but you can kind of feel parts of the ship, like the sails and the rudder, and you almost feel like you could control them.
I try to.
Yeah, it seems to work. You flex your rudder, and the ship is starting to sail through the space.
Whee! Can I still talk? Even though
Good,
I'm-
good.
Space.
Looks like you have kind of the hang of it. And how about you, Kalen?
Kalen will make the attempt.
Okay, yeah, it's not too difficult to fly around when you're already in the air or space. Really, the hard part is avoiding the ground or taking off, and there's no ground up there. So yeah,
we're controlling different ships.
yes.
Are we
Let's fight.
able? I was gonna say, are we able to perceive the other ships, like a sonar or radar kind of situation? Because if so, I want to go
Not
over
beyond
and slide
your
across his. Okay, not quite.
your only sense other than touch with the ship and maybe sound also is you can see, but there's no like magical sensors or radar or anything.
Okay, but I can see the other ship.
Yes.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'm gonna sail over there. Get real close.
We're gonna have combat now.
We don't.
Roll initiative.
I don't quite ram him, but I want to look like I'm gonna, and then I veer off at the last second.
Okay, make a
Space vehicles pilot.
well, basically a space vehicle piloting roll with advantage.
All right, which attribute? Dex, I would guess.
Your
Oh, my
spellcasting attribute.
ability. Oh, like. It didn't give me the advantage. I didn't toggle it first
Okay.
before I opened up the skills, but I'll roll it again. Let's see where'd that go. Space vehicles, charisma. Ugh,
That's terrible advantage.
I know, right? That was almost disadvantage.
So yeah, it looks a little dicey for a moment, but you do narrowly avoid crashing into it. And the instructor says, now do be careful with those. They are rather, well, I suppose the models themselves aren't that expensive, but, do please avoid causing any damage there.
Oh, sorry.
Now, your training assignment here will be to, see what's up. He does not pause.
Okay, Jamie.
Now, I just need you to make a quick journey around Collier, that large gas giant there, and return to Toril, and that's your basic training to start with.
Okay, I got this. I fly it around the outside. And I make.
Do you make the
Yes,
noises
of course
yourself?
Of course I make the noises. Although I wouldn't know what a plane sounds like, but I make like a whatever I think space sounds would sound like.
Probably some.
Right, a lot of spittle, liquidy, squishy, squelchy noises.
You should make a performance check to see how well your your Spelljammer noises are.
Oh, I will. Don't you make me.
Oh, bad.
Bam! I am on point with noises.
You're gonna be like that guy from Police Academy that can just make tons of noises with his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all believable.
As long as they're all squelchy sounds, I can do it.
Oh yeah, you make a remarkably lifelike sucking sound as if it's a vessel moving through space. My, it sounds just like a real squid ship jettisoning itself through the void. Except that would be really only if they were in the water. Also, both of you make piloting rolls, which again is basically a spellcasting roll, but if you have space vehicles, roll with advantage.
Okay.
So for the spell casting roll, what are we using? My save or my ability?
Your
So you effectively always have proficiency in it, and you get advantage if you have the skill. Because usually the tool proficiency just lets you add your proficiency bonus.
Well, the places that I have... Now, this is part of why I'm confused about all of it, in addition to the fact that 2024 seems to have gotten rid of vehicle proficiencies.
It just means no one gets to add their proficiency bonus to the skill. That's all that means.
Okay.
Because that's all a tool does, is it adds,
True.
+2 or +3. You can use thieves' tools without the skill. It's just a straight dex or sleight of hand roll instead of the additional bonus. So if you give me advantage and I have the skill, well, it depends, because if you're making it as like a straight spellcasting roll, as in proficiency bonus plus spellcasting ability modifier, then I guess having the advantage would make sense. Otherwise, I would think it would just be.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mean to back.
Yeah,
Try to drag your game. But...
It does actually, at least the adventure says to use a spellcasting roll since with the proficiency for piloting, basically. So I would say since you are proficient, gain advantage.
Okay. Woohoo!
Well.
That's one thing this character sheet needs, is just a straight spellcasting roll. It'd be the same as casting one of your cantrips.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was going to do. I was just going to do Sorcerer's Burst. So.
Wow! Damn!
I critically drive that ship.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my. So yeah, you both pilot your ships expertly. Oobleck kind of almost like drifting and slingshots around the gas giant to gain momentum and get back to Toril quite impressively. Are you sure you haven't done this before? And then Kaylin comes around and almost just grazes the gas giant going by, but not quite, but it is clearly in a very controlled drift. My, impressive. You're a natural, I see. Are you sure you haven't done this before?
Oh, yes, many times. I was taught by the best space pirates. Alas, they all died on the last raid, but I assure you I am very good at this.
Oh, was it your parents?
That were lost at sea?
No.
Space sea?
No.
Wow. I seem to have turned them into a slightly mean character.
He's a dick. If this was really a real thing, I'd be really hurt right now. I'm just going to pretend to be hurt.
Well, regardless, well done. Of course, you will get some more time on the simulation here in the future, but this is an impressive first showing. Expect great things from you two.
Most of my face a big grin.
I'm trying to look really hurt and sad.
Right, well, I would say you've passed your basic training, and you two, and they look at Zarthus and Hilti. I apologize that I don't have much for you non-spell gifted types to do, but I hope you will keep your Spelljammers safe as crew.
It's okay, they're special in their own way.
My secondary function is repairs. My primary function is violence.
Well, in space, both those functions will be quite handy, I assure you. Well, that concludes your basic training, and based on your checklist, it looks like you may have finished your orientation. Well done.
Time for those blue coats.
Well, soon, perhaps. Let me get back there.
I look much better in blue.
Yes,
What are we now? We're in red. We're expendable red.
Yeah, we're expendable.
Is that specifically
Yeah.
the color?
Yep.
Expendable red.
Can
So
I
we
get
don't
this
freak
in
out from the blood
expendable
loss.
red?
Right.
Well,
So-
once you finish your training, you will get your blues, but I'm sure you will look quite splendid in them.
Dashing even.
So, I believe your final task was to report back to the boatswain in the simulation deck.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you actually go down a few floors to the simulations deck, where you find Boatswain Tardo, the large
Tardo.
scarred Havudi. Oh, so you've already finished your orientation.
Yeah. We're the best.
Right. Most people say that.
But we're really the
Well,
best.
Well, as long as you don't get yourself killed immediately.
It's a low
Well, it's kind of hard to get yourself killed in the simulations, at least.
hard, but
So
not impossible.
I suppose you already did, actually, though that wasn't really your fault. But, because remember that first simulated battle you did, yes, you would probably have quickly run out of air and died in space, but not quite your fault. Well, one last step for the day. I have a package here, addressed to Mert the Merciless, the founder of the Academy. She brings up a big wooden crate that has in bold lettering, fragile, do not shake. This appears to be an important delivery, for the founder, so I'd appreciate if you could take this up to him post haste. You can find him in his quarters, which, well, that's on the bridge, so I'll need to give you a gold helmet for security access. Um, was that there? Bridge quarters, yeah. Now I should warn you, he was up late last night entertaining some important dignitaries, so he may still be sweeping it off. That and his tendency to drink heavily. But don't tell anyone I said that. But please bring that up to him and ensure it does not get damaged.
Okay. I reach my pseudopod out to grab
That seems like a good idea.
it.
Well, it feels pretty heavy. You might want to get someone else to help you with this.
Oh. I almost dropped
I
it.
will
It's
help.
So heavy. Do we have
Okay.
anybody that's actually strong in this group?
Maybe
Yeah,
the murder bot.
I am.
Oh, okay. Oh, you straight fighter? Or an actual fighter class? Oh, you barbarian too. Never mind. For some reason, I keep thinking that Chris is like a cleric because he said his primary function was repairs.
Oh, no, that's the
No,
secondary.
it's a secondary.
Oh,
Primary is
sorry. Yeah, that's right.
violence.
Violence.
Thus, murder bot.
Right.
Yeah.
TPK bot.
And by repairs, he means ship repairs, not person repairs.
Ah,
Correct.
not like mother.
Exactly.
Different robot.
I specialize in destruction, specifically of life forms.
Okay.
Good to know. Keep a distance.
Then I will let the get Yankee take the box.
All right. Is that something I can carry without a problem, or do I need to have help too?
Yeah, probably not too much trouble with your. I'm guessing you have like a 16 or 17 strength, so.
17, yeah.
Okay, yeah, should be easy for you.
Free.
All right.
So, yeah, I guess the rest of you just tag along and kind of direct him where to go, since he may not always be able to see over the box he's
Oh,
carrying.
it's really big. Okay.
But you head on over up to the bridge quarters, and the guards there notice your helmet and wave you on through, and show you to where the merch quarters are. So there you are.
knock on the door, ring the doorbell, whatever there is for a notification system.
Yeah.
Delivery.
Oh.
Package for Mr. the Merciless.
Yeah, that's me. Bring it on in, would you?
Open the door and then step aside.
Okay.
We were told the freight would be COD.
Okay, I guess I'll open. COD, you say? 1 minute. So you see, the quarters are sumptuously decorated with velvet curtains, gold fittings, and oak panels. There's a cauldron-sized fishbowl standing along one wall, filled with squirming octopuses, or octopodes.
It's octopi.
Activities.
Octopods?
It's actually all of the above.
It's octopus.
True.
It's one of those rare words that grammatically you can use like 3 different pluralizations,
Octopussies.
including octipodes, which is what I like to use.
That's it.
Activities.
Octipodes, that's the way to.
Because it's just
Sounds
so cumbersome.
like a Greek philosopher.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, the
Yeah.
word is from a Greek origin. That's why it works.
Yeah, octopus we need.
On the opposite wall, a table bears a topographic map of the Sword Coast, though these are not invasion plans of the Sword Coast. Baldur's Gate reference. Nearer the door, a walk-in wardrobe stands partly open, golden light spilling out from within. And on the bed itself, a giant leathery bed, you see the old wolf, as they call him himself, kind of sprawled out. He looks like it might be kind of difficult or a long process for him to get out.
I would like to offer my assistance.
Oh, can you just leave it there on the floor and get going? I have mother of all headaches here.
We would just very much like to do exactly as you say. However, there is the matter of payment for freight. We were told it was COD. 3 gold pieces.
I look at you like,
Make a deception roll.
Of course I will. How long before I get kicked out of the academy?
Oh my. Oh, right. Just check on that table over there. You should see my wallet.
oh no.
Just
That was a bad move.
Okay.
Oh.
I will go check his wallet.
well, there's 10 platinum pieces in there.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
my sleight of hand says.
Well, he doesn't look like he's looking in that direction, so
You might miss it.
Maybe. He doesn't seem like he'd be the sort that would miss it. I will pocket fully 70% of what he has in there.
okay.
He's gonna know who did it.
That's what I'm afraid
It's gonna
of.
be obvious.
All right. I pocket 70% of what is in there, which is how much again? Did you say it was 10 in there?
Yeah, so add 7 platinum pieces.
Fuck.
Now,
All right.
the others may not necessarily see all of this. They're not close enough to see how much was in and such, so...
Right. All right. Well, we will leave you to your bathing. Thank you so much for using our services. Let's go, gents.
It's about that time you hear a strange thump from inside the crate.
I go faster for the door.
I hesitate.
I put my ear up to the crate.
Oh, can you open that up? And he suddenly leans over the side of the bed and ungracefully throws up over the side.
Is there an easy latch to just flip it open?
Yeah.
I will cautiously extend a pseudopod to flip the latch open.
Well, as you open the crate's lid, a cacophony of high-pitched squeals emanates from within. Grotesque creatures scuttle into the light. Ugly cat-sized monsters with hairy spider-like bodies and eel-like heads.
I know what those are. They're small ones?
Murky. What was that?
They're small ones?
Yes.
Oh. God, what did you order?
I don't know. Mert yelps in shock, tumbles from his bed, and lands heavily on the floor, dragging his bed covers with him.
Should we get you some help?
I'm more worried.
Well, first,
Yeah.
roll initiative.
Initiative.
We need music.
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, I forgot to click my token. Oh, it's still went up. Cool.
Because of course this is gonna play.
The classic.
That's right.
So yeah, they look a little bit like this,
Oh, I've seen
though a
those
lot
before.
smaller.
Yeah, that's the surprising part.
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
But yeah, most of you, except maybe for Kaylin, can identify these as Nyogi, which are, well, nasty creatures.
Yeah.
Intelligent, though, so,
They fly around in ships shaped like spiders.
yep.
All life should be
Actually-
respected and destroyed.
Oh my, yeah, they're
It looks a little like this.
Oh.
Oops.
Okay.
Who ordered the Bucks and Neo guy?
Okay, initiative +1. Oh wow. Okay.
That's usually not good.
Donut, where's Okay, so I guess Kaylin gets to go first, but they are pretty fast. And they seem hostile.
My first instinct is just go. He did say go, but I guess that would be.
Initiative tracker. Oh wait, no, there they are.
All right, I will do a
You-
sorceress blast.
You probably could convince everyone that you were already out of earshot.
I thought about it, but
Okay, that is definitely a hit.
and I will do. I will do lightning damage on them.
Okay. Okay, you hurt one pretty bad. Anything else?
That is it.
Okay. Now it's time for them to go. Good thing that there's no more flanking bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. So they start moving into position around the two exposed characters. Let's see.
Yeah, would we have been in the room? Like, where was
I
his
know me and Brian were in the room. 'cause we
money
carried
that
the
you were
crate.
rifling through?
Yeah, you can be in the room if you'd like now.
Brian, I would think Jim would have been. Maybe not, because we opened the box.
Yeah, he was already leaving, kind of, so.
I'll move there.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to move the critters around now that I've moved.
Oh, wow. Okay. So. Jeez. Okay, Zarsis, make a con save.
Ugh, not great.
Jeez. Okay, 10. Okay, you succeed, but you take a total of 7 damage.
What kind of damage is it? Just melee?
Slashing. Actually, I'll just make it 4 slashing.
Okay.
Okay, and, Oobleck, make 2 con saves.
Let's see. Oops, I don't know why it's. Yeah, I do know why. Thought about it. There we go. So 6 and 2, that's 2 fails.
Okay, yeah, you are poisoned. Also, you take 2 crits as, I guess you don't have a throat, but 2 of them just kind of start burrowing through you. Like, people usually think of oozes sucking people up and starting to consume you. The reverse is kind of happening here.
Ah!
Ooh.
You take 12 damage.
Calm down.
And Hilty, you are missed. So, Oobleck, your turn now.
Calm down.
Well, make your death save.
Are they still eating him?
Ah! That's 2 failures. Someone want to save me?
Oh, God. Yeah, I suppose they are. They're still inside eating him.
Oh.
Okay, Hilty, what are you gonna do?
Would removing critters from Oobleck count as a successful death save?
Well, it would prevent him from taking any more damage from them at least.
I'm gonna do that.
So you could certainly grapple one and try to move it away.
How do you do? Is that like an unarmed strike? You make a strength check? What do you?
Yeah, think of, say, an unarmed attack now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that looks like a hit, so... Sorry, let me look this up because they did actually change grappling in 2024. It used to be an athletics roll, now it's basically just an unarmed.
I think that makes more sense.
Okay, grapple. Oh, okay, actually, they have to make a save against your. I'm guessing 13 would be your DC, since I'm guessing your strength mod is 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have rage on? No.
Oof, okay, yeah, so you grapple that one, and you can drag it away if you'd like.
Yay! I just squeeze it till it pops.
Oh,
You know what? Sure, make a. Well, I guess unarmed damage is. I guess it would be 4 damage in your case.
I could just roll the damage from unarmed strike.
Yeah, though it doesn't take an actual roll, because it's just 1 damage based. So.
Oh, right. I'm curious what this button does then.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of fish one out of a cavity that it's eaten in Oobleck and pull it away and start squeezing it. It squeals in pain. Zarthus.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a Cure Wounds on Ublik.
yes, you have spells. What class are you?
From my background, I have 1 cleric spell
Oh,
and 2 cleric cantrips.
does that mean he could fly the ship, technically?
Oh, interesting
Does
point.
it work with divine casting?
Yeah, I don't know. And it's not like I'm a caster, that's just from my background.
Right, but you have a
Well, it's
you
still
have a spell
cast-
casting ability. Yeah, you might be able to do it.
Gain 10 HP.
10 HP. I'm conscious on the floor.
And don't ask for any more, because that's my 1 for the day.
You no longer have orifices.
Ah, why is it not letting me? Come on, set my health back.
I took out a caulking gun and applied some cocktail holes in you.
Then I can. Yeah. There's. I am prone, but I am alive.
Oh, I also took out my shield and flail so that my AC is now 18 instead of 16.
Okay, cool. Okay, so then, Kaylin, it's your turn again.
Please answer me this. When we entered, were there people outside in a reasonable distance?
Yeah, there's people reasonably close.
Like, if we were to guess, within combat range close, if I were to sound alarm to them? Or 3 minutes away kind of close?
Within combat range, within 1 or 2 rounds running.
Okay. I'll get help! And I will run out and say, we're being attacked!
Okay. Okay, so. Yeah, just gonna say this as written, this fight is way nastier than it probably should be.
I could tell that by the immediate de-sliming of our group.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah, Mert is kind of stumbling to his feet. He's still extricating himself from the bed covers and only in his underwear, which of course is the stereotypical old underwear with hearts on it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's a kind of rotund, out of shape guy, or so it looks, but he manages to stumble remarkably quickly over to the desk and grab his rapier, so that's what he's doing this turn. Now, let's see what the hatchlings do.
Mysteriously die in one round by themselves?
Yes, that's the yeah.
Okay. Okay, only one hits Zarthus for 3 slashing damage. Then 2 are trying to bite. Oof, 2 successfully bit Hilty for 7 damage.
That's total.
Yes.
So is that the one I'm holding and the other one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the one that is still inside Oobleck somehow misses.
Digest him!
We'll say in its zeal to consume the slime, it launches itself out of the cavity and sails off. So, Oobleck, what are you doing?
I am casting sleep. So, basically, those 5 have to make a wisdom save, or they are incapacitated until the end of my next turn, and then must repeat the save.
Okay.
My spell save is a 13.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, it does not seem to affect them.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, that was bad luck on your part. That was not a save. They actually have resistance to that, it turns out.
Didn't use a spell slot. Let me try something.
So Hilty.
Yes.
Is it a is it a bonus action to draw a weapon? Is that how that works now?
It's part of a move.
Part of a move. Okay, even better. I will draw my my battle axe, and I will toss the one that I'm holding in the air, and then take a swing at it like I'm trying to hit a baseball.
Okay. And have you raged or?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. I'm pretty sure. You know what? Because it'd be cool. Yeah, you hit it. So roll your damage.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you killed it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's kind of a baseball swing, except the result is more 2 halves of a spider eel thing flying in separate directions.
Yeah, you know, like you do. Like how
Yeah.
Also would like to pull out my shield if that's okay.
Okay, yeah. And Zarthus, what do you do?
Well, the first thing I'm doing is second wind. Let me hit that. All right, I think that puts me full. And then I'm going to attack. I guess I'll attack this one
Okay.
with my flail.
Okay, that's a hit.
10 damage.
And yeah, you crush that thing in one fell blow.
Goddamn right I do.
Squish
Okay,
that
that's my turn.
spider eel. Okay, Kaelin, I think you're still getting help, but you could come back next round if you would like to. You do see some guards there who are coming and running.
Well, I'll wait for them to go first down the hallway.
Okay. Okay, Mert is finally rushing over in his finery, by which I mean underwear. That's not a rapier, but oh well. And wow, he must still be drunk because he stabs twice toward one of them and misses both times. Okay. Well, a couple of them will go for him now. Do they hit? Yes, they do. So they nip at his flanks. Two more bite at Zarthus, and looks like they both just kind of bounce off your armor. One comes back to try to bite Ublek and does hit for 3 damage. And make a con save.
Tastes like Jello.
Okay, you are not poisoned.
You think he's lime or blue raspberry?
Probably blue raspberry
Yeah, I'd
He
say
gives that-
raspberry.
kind of vibe.
Okay, and one
Lone Star.
kind of tries to... Only one man would give me the raspberry. And one just kind of bashes itself against Tilty's shield. So, Ublek, your turn.
Alright, well, I'm going to try to stab the one to my north. To my north.
Okay.
Nobody else is north but yours.
Actually, wait a minute. I think this would hit.
North is
everybody
whatever
else.
direction you're facing.
Actually, can I? No,
Of course.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Ooh,
Oh, I forgot that.
hold on a second. Do I have? What do I have for weapons here? Inventory. Oh, it's a dagger. I have a dagger. I don't have a sword. All right.
Wow. That came out remarkably well.
That's what
Yeah,
I said.
chat's pretty cool.
What happened? I missed it. You drawing something?
Voice channel.
Oh,
Voice
okay.
channel.
I'll check it in a second after I stab this guy. Woo!
Okay, yeah, you stab him.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That is pretty good.
Okay, yeah, you stab that thing into the bearskin rug.
And I will shout, does anyone have a second dagger? That's otherwise my turn.
Okay, Hilty. Hilty.
Guilty.
Paging stop.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize it was. Okay, I will attack the one directly in front of me.
Okay. Okay, that's a hit. And probably a kill. Yeah,
Cool.
you cleave that one in halves on the stone floor.
I will move.
And meanwhile, Zarthus.
Zarthus is going to attack the one to his north. which happens to be here. Come on.
That's a hit.
4.
Not dead yet, but pretty badly squished.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay, let me. Okay, so this round, Kaylin is coming back with some guards, so... Oh, right, I need to add my macros again, darn it. There is initiative.
I'm surprised I don't hear this song in my sleep some nights.
Okay, so Kaylin, you get back with the 2 guards there.
All right. So I will stand behind the guards and fire at one of the things.
Okay.
It's called Meat Shield. It's a real strategy.
That's a hit.
Lightning damage.
Okay. Yeah, you fry that one.
I am done.
Okay, so... Mert will, try to stab these things. Okay, yeah, there he goes. He kills 2 of them, neatly poking them to create a Nyogi's kebab. And there's one left that will try to bite Zarthus, and that's a miss. So,
What are you doing with Baldur's Gate 3 Niobe claws are a food?
there, what was that?
Niobe claws is a food in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yogi claws?
Oh.
They're actually used for your rest.
Oh, weird.
Wow.
Yeah. You especially see them after you fight Githyanki, or if you're in a Githyanki area. That's what you'll usually see. Yeah.
Black steps to here and does another dagger stab. Dagger. Whap! Is that a hit?
Okay, that's a hit.
Stab again!
So yeah, you stab that one in the head.
I weaken him for you.
Yep.
And now that they're all dead, I go Niobe. Spit on the floor.
Oh, yes, they are rather, unsavory creatures.
So why did you order Niobe? To have them attack you? You have a death wish?
No, I didn't order any Nyogi. Who would do such a thing?
Oh,
Why is this? Who would do this?
you must have some enemies.
Oh, more than a few.
If we go back and talk to the people that gave us this package to deliver, they can probably tell us where it came from.
Yes, we'll deal with this. Thank you. Mert stumbles over to the table and a nearby backpack, and then he kind of fishes some things out of it, and then hands you each slightly heavy, but hands of you a gold ingot worth 50 gold.
Wow!
Well, isn't that nice of him?
Right?
Here.
I earned this.
Yes, you did. Here's for your trouble. Thanks. I'll look into who in the hells did this. And it's about then that a rather alarmed auto-gnome, Mr. Blip, you may or may not remember from 2 weeks ago, the quartermaster, shows up, his eyes flashing red.
They look more like violet in the picture.
But they're
Well, the
flashing
eyes
red.
change. Yeah, the eyes change depending on mood. But he says, with regret, Master Bird, this attack was merely a diversion. While our forces were being drawn here, more burglaries were reported across the academy. A thief has struck again.
Kalen starts thinking heavily. What did I steal?
Oh, not again, not again.
This is outrageous. Are none of our belongings safe in this place?
Indeed. Especially mine. Right, well, we'll clean up this mess. Still before 2 in the afternoon. Who would get up by this ungodly hour? Well,
Civilized society?
yes. You lot are dismissed. Thank you for your help.
Not to be
Be sure
enforced.
to give that gold helm back to the boatswain.
Of course.
I should ask, do you actually give it back or try to keep it?
I will try to keep it.
Okay. Well, short version, it's not too long before eventually they find you and the boatswain finds the lot of you in your bunks later on and asks, so, who has the helmet?
Yeah, they notice it's missing. I'm not gonna say that.
Oh! The helmet. What does it look like?
That one I gave you with the gold.
Oh, oh. Do any of you know what he's talking about?
I probably don't notice you kept it.
I probably don't either.
Hilty shrugs.
Make a deception roll. Wow.
Jeez.
Well, how do I do?
Okay, yeah, well, you don't know where it went? That thing is a serious security risk. With all the thefts happening around the place and that
Oh
attack
no!
of murder.
I take his hand. You don't think the thieves got that too?
I hope not. That would give them access to all areas of the academy.
Do you think there'll be a reward for finding it? Because I will put all my efforts into finding it.
Yes, to say the least. I am sure the old wolf would part with quite a sum for that.
I will not sleep till I find it. Probably
Good.
within the next day.
Well, let me know if you do find it, and I'm sure there will be a bounty on it.
Well, I gotta get rid of this thing soon.
So then I should ask, then do you actually return it?
Oh yes, I found it stashed behind a statue in a hallway.
Okay, well, they give you a couple more gold ingots worth 50 gold for your trouble.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Yay! I got
Jim's,
three of them.
Jim's character is going to retire soon.
Yeah, right.
This adventure, dangerous stuff.
Or get murdered when he rolls a 1 on one of these deception rolls.
Let's just say I wrote it to my backstory. His things never actually work out in his favor, so I fully expect this to blow up on him sooner or later.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, wow, good job breaking the game, Jim. No, not really. Okay, so that finally is actually the end of the first session as written, which is designed to take just like 2 hours, which of course it did not, but
That's fine.
that's your first day, and we will skip the training montage of the next 2 or 3 weeks as you continue training, but you all level to level 2.
They could do
Nice.
in a montage. Not much changes at level 2.
Does this count as a long rest too?
Yes.
Ooh, expertise.
Yeah, I think you can get a long rest in 2 or 3 weeks.
I hope so. We're really exhausted.
Perception and performance, I'm putting my expertises in. Not persuasion. Maybe later. I'm assuming Jim might have persuasion this time around because I don't even have deception.
Oh.
I'm too nice.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Pick a spell.
So when you're ready, I do have the second adventure ready. So
Yeah. Might as well, since I don't have to
It
go
did.
anywhere.
It did not level up.
You got to put a +1 in that first page.
Oh,
I went all the way through.
that's what went wrong.
I went all the way through as well and was like, how come nothing changed? Oh, right. I didn't add the +1. I don't know what I want for a spell.
Oh, nothing changed for me except my hit points.
Wish I could change it so that it doesn't have like different sources. Like I could just filter it to the specific sources. I thought they were adding that, but I guess they didn't. Alright, Bane it is.
What are you doing here, buddy?
The end.
Oh, I got action surge. I didn't realize that.
Hmm.
I got a lot of hit points.
Oh wow, yeah. Hopefully Kaylin will get a few.
Well, I gotta make sure it didn't double. Because somehow I got 10 more? That doesn't sound right. I feel like it might be double adding my feet
Hmm.
again.
It's mad about something. You mad?
I'm gonna see where. Hit points average is 6. Yeah, so I would have gotten 6 plus my con bonus, which is what, 2? So 8. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep putting -2 each time I level up.
Oh, my meta magic. That's what...
It might fix it if you get rid of your tough feat, because I'm guessing it's kind of double counting, and the wild space adaptation feature is giving you an HP bonus in addition to tough giving you the HP bonus.
Right. But yeah, but it didn't actually give me the feet twice, so I'm not sure why it's adding it like that, because they fixed the
I
background.
think he's saying because it's giving you wild space and the feet, it's giving it to you from both.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you delete tough, you won't be getting it a second time.
Right, but then I'm gonna have that error message every time I level up.
Oh.
Which error message?
Because you're supposed to get the bonus feet, so I'll end up having that yellow exclamation point in the feats box every time I level up. Actually, I'm not even sure they let me remove it because now they fixed the builder, so it just adds tough now. Yeah, I can't even.
Oh, I see. The feature does give a hit points mod, so you could get rid of that there, I think, in the wild space adaptation.
In the actual. Oh,
Yeah, in the feature there.
okay. Yeah, let me look at that.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Oh yeah, hit point modifier. Look at that. Yep. Yep, and they just went down by 4. So yep, that'll do it.
Cool.
So if I get rid of this, save it, I'll be back at 19. Let's do the long rest again. Okay, perfect.
And I'm pleased to see that you are proficient in the instrument horn.
Well, yeah.
Okay, looks like your tokens all have a HP increased, so everyone leveled up and ready.
Yeah, except for I gotta
Mhm.
change my meta magic because they let me take one that actually can't be used until next level. So
Oh,
it says it added it, but I don't see it. Oh, it added it down there. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good now, assuming that works properly, which doesn't look like it is. So cool. But okay. Yeah, it's not showing all my spells either. What is wrong with you? There
Okay, I'll start up the Academy playlist again. Okay, so after your montage, it's been a couple of weeks. There is an important training simulation coming up today where you will be simulating a small voyage aboard Spelljammers, but first you are getting your pre-flight meal, your breakfast for the day. So, let's see, where is that again? Ah, the Academy's refectory. Where the heck is that?
banqueting chamber. We have
Ah,
articles to choose
in
from
the
places on
cadet
the map.
quarters.
Oh,
Oh, you've got multiple
yeah. I just
tokens.
noticed that too.
Okay. Okay, so I brought you down to the refectory. No swimming, Hilty.
I don't swim.
You might rust.
I just walk until I get out again.
True. Today is the day! It's the official start of your... Well, actually not official start, but you've been training, but today you will actually be doing a more involved simulation. But right now you are in the dining hall. It's a large communal dining hall with a patio. The room is well lit by a dozen blue glowing orbs attached by bronze-colored rods to the ceiling. An L-shaped counter to the northwest is covered with small tools, contraptions, and alchemical tubes and containers. Behind the counter, a door bears a sign that reads, "Staff Only." And behind the counter is this guy,
Ryback.
who you
This is
all know by
flashlight.
now is Petty Officer Ryback, also the cook, sweating with from exertion in the rather warm kitchen, and he is serving bowls of his usual strange stew that looks like you can get either a smoky concoction of deep-fried meat or beans held together with sticky starches. Nobody's entirely sure what it is, other than it's fairly filling and has a lot of protein, and they call it gunpowder chowder.
Oh,
Does Ryback even know what it is?
You hope so. If he does, he's not telling what it is.
Okay.
Does it taste okay?
Pretty much, yep.
Okay.
You
A
watch
little
them,
bland,
you watch
but
them go down my stomach for a little ways before they slowly dissolve.
Well, I will use prestidigitation to make it taste spicy.
Ooh.
Your own or everyone's?
My own. Nobody asked.
Okay. So yeah, you at least have a deliciously spicy meal. Basically some chili.
Right.
But yeah, basically it's you and another group or two of cadets that are getting your first major training assignment today, with a competitive training exercise on the simulations deck. You've also heard about a rash of recent thefts, including of a gold security helmet, which thankfully some enterprising cadets were able to find and return.
That was me. That was me.
The others in your group may or may not know that by now. Other than that, you've heard one of the realm space chart that from Mert's office has gone missing, and Rybeck's quarters was robbed of a custom pistol.
That was not me.
Why don't we believe?
And of course, if you pathologically lie, shouldn't you say, "Oh, that was me"?
Sorry, that was outer character.
And of course, the attack with the Yogi earlier. But yeah, right now you are in the diner there's at least one other group here. You do see there's a table with one person there who you've seen before, but all the other seats are empty. Let's see. This guy, Micken Haverstance, who you did see before unconscious on the deck of the ship in the first simulation battle.
So, Zarthus, have you thought any more about my ideas for generating resources for your project?
No, right now I'm focused on the task at hand.
But what of your dream?
I'll focus on that another day.
He just discontentedly sighs and looks back at his food.
Well, the guy here is kind of got his nose in a book, studying something intently. There's another group of people who you think are his crew who have been working with him at another table nearby. Oh, where's my cursor? Spoken like a true non-wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
Stupid charisma casters.
I mean, that's technically grammatically correct. We're not always the
Yeah.
smartest.
Usually a dub stat. Yep, yep.
Mine is an 8.
I am unsurprised. So you could have gone for low wisdom and still been intelligent.
I was gonna say,
And played it off.
If you're unsurprised, do you have a high wisdom?
No, I'm saying your character could just, have a low wisdom.
Well, he's got a 10 in that.
Does he look like he has anything valuable? Like is he worth talking to?
You're sure you're not a thief?
Oh, no. But I don't know if he looks poor. I don't know what the point in talking to him would be.
Well, you do know he is a wizard, so you're pretty sure that he has a spell book on him, though that may not be very useful to you.
True.
You do see a slightly fancy-looking ring on his finger.
I don't think I'm that good. It's not really my style to just try and steal things off people's fingers, so.
All right, then. Okay, so leaving him be, then, it sounds like?
I am.
Wait, what?
The bookish wizard that looks so boring and stuff.
Oh,
The one who is studying right now.
Yeah, what I said.
Yeah, if he's studying, I would leave him alone.
Okay.
He was what? He was with us in training on the deck of the thing that one time?
Yeah,
Is there...
he was already unconscious by the time we started,
Right. So do we really know him at all? Not really?
Not well. I mean, you've seen him around and you know his name, but unless you went out of your way to talk to him, you probably haven't made friends with him, really.
Okay, yeah, I don't see a reason to go and ruin his time when I'm busy watching the beans dissolve in my stomach.
Okay. And meanwhile, well, it's around then that another group of familiar people walk in.
Kalen rolls his eyes.
Who you recall tried to steal someone's bunk the first day you were here.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the last one? Ah, yes.
And failed miserably at the obstacle course.
And yeah. Ironically, one of them is another plasmoid who you are pretty sure is another bard. Apparently, he's very good at whistling.
Interesting.
I would think it would be more like a...
Yeah.
And Vina kind of walks by. Oh, there's Micken studying again. You're hopeless there. You're not gonna work. You can't study how to pilot a ship. He seems to try to ignore her.
It's easy. Like, kind of yell out.
Yes, we definitely excelled at that, didn't we? And I go to high five the slimy bastard.
Hilty is confused. So what do you mean you can't study how to fly a ship? I thought that was the whole point of being here. 'Cause he doesn't have any magical aptitude and thus doesn't understand how it works anyways.
Well, spoken by like a true non-spellcaster. You see, you've
That is
got to.
correct. I don't cast spells.
You see, you've got to experience it firsthand. Get the muscle memory.
I don't have muscles.
Yes, like I'm looking at myself.
No, I
Oobleck
suppose you
doesn't have
don't.
muscles. He performed adequately.
Well, they aren't nearly as impressive as TPK-99 here's parts.
Ooh.
Let's
I feel
not go
like
into
this-
detail about that. Thanks.
I feel like this group was specifically made to mock us.
Yeah, right.
Funny thing is, I didn't make them. But
That's perfect. Even
I'll
better.
respond. My design is optimal for my purpose.
oh, and what are those purposes? Fitting into the innards of a Kindori?
What?
Primary function, destruction.
That is a space whale for those not yet in the know, the Kindori.
I did not know that.
Well,
Hilton
Well, I
doesn't
hope you're
care,
ready
but doesn't
for-
quite seem to register the insult either.
not that they want to eat you anyway. Well, I hope you'll do a better job on the simulation today. Tell me, are you up for a friendly bet on how that's going to go?
What's the simulation today? Do we know anything about it?
There's a big training exercise where you'll be actually doing not a real Spelljammer expedition, but one on the simulation deck, a full piloting your own ship and performing a mission.
Ooh.
Apparently, it's a competitive exercise.
Oh.
Well, I've seen how you handle the obstacle course, so sure.
What's the bet?
She kind of rolls her eyes at you. Yeah, well. What do I? Well, 100 gold to the team that wins the does best in the exercise. Think you can make it?
Yes.
Do we have 100 gold?
Oh.
Yes.
Sure.
If
Oh, of course.
gold
Why am I even
bars-
asking? We have way more than that.
Couple ingots worth, anyway.
Like platinum.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, but, yeah, all right. What? I'm not.
Well,
looking it up
that's-
right now.
Kind of chump change, but sure, why not?
Oh, I'm surprised people like you might have any more. You'd like more than that? Up the ante a bit?
Why don't we go 150?
Sounds good to me, if it does to you.
And whichever of us wins has to wear this outfit. I'll make some scanty illusion of an outfit. One of us has to wear. So when I lose, it'll be really embarrassing.
You should just hold up Oobleck.
Vina kind of raises an eyebrow and then kind of looks at the other two and the other three in her group before finally her eyes end up on TPK 99. Like, you're guessing she's picking the robot for that role. Sure, I suppose. Though I don't think you'd look nearly as good as your sister in that.
Oh,
Where
you'd be
did she?
surprised.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where did she end up, by the way?
Oh, she got called home. My father, the king, he needed her to do a diplomatic mission.
To Alderbrand?
Sure.
Make a deception roll.
Of course. Oops, not performance. Deception.
Yes, your father, the king. Where again?
Alberon?
Alderon?
It's a small kingdom in Faerun. But very wealthy.
Apparently not that wealthy, or I would have heard of it, and I can assure you I've never heard of it.
Well, not everybody travels in the best circles.
Indeed. Well, if you do see her, tell her I said hi. She sounds a little less, nasty in saying that.
Of course. I heard she was looking forward to seeing you again.
Oh.
I see
Really?
a dual life in my future.
Oh
Um, Make another deception roll, I'll say.
Wow, chicka wow wow. If you want performance, I could do that instead.
no.
Okay, well,
Wow.
Well, yes, if you could pass the word along, tell her I can meet her in Port Nyanzaru someday or here. Just let me know.
Sure.
Probably just another money making opportunity for you. But anyway.
It could be.
But yeah, the rest kind of goes like that until you finish up your meal and head on up to the simulation.
By the way, Chris, in the time that we've had, could I have sold those things for the 50 gold, or would I just have the bars themselves?
You could sell them if you'd like, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would do that too. I'd rather have the cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to lose it all because that's what I do. But...
Yeah.
Well, maybe your luck has finally turned around.
Whoa, did you just add the money to my thing?
I didn't.
Well, that's interesting.
I have
Huh.
a lot.
Okay.
I have a lot of gold apparently.
Somehow I have 173 gold in my thing, and I didn't add the 150 to it yet.
Yeah, I have 119. I don't remember having 119.
Before I leveled my character, it said I had 43, which I thought was high.
Oh, weird.
Is the character
Ah.
mancer like throwing gold at us?
Maybe it's rolling starting funds again or something.
Oh, I hope not. That would be so pain in the ass if it's doing that.
What about the rest of you guys? Do you guys have a bunch of gold?
Yeah,
I
I
had
don't.
160 after the ingot converted to gold.
I had 180 before I sold the ingot,
Oh, weird.
so I don't.
Yeah. How
I
much
was
should we
supposed to
have
have that.
started with?
Not 100 unless you didn't take all the gear.
We
I don't
didn't.
think I took the background gear.
We didn't make any gold since we've been here, did we?
No, that's my point.
Other than you.
Well, I'm tempted to say, well, it has been 2 weeks and you have Kaylin in your party.
Yeah,
True.
we'll have to pay
But
close
Like
attention when we level up to make sure.
original Final Fantasy, where
Oh,
just
man,
having
do
the
that.
thief in your party gets you more gold.
Right?
Well,
But yeah,
I'm changing it to 150 because I don't know that. Do you start with gold if you use starting equipment?
I don't think you do, except maybe your background adds a tiny bit, but it's
Yeah,
like 10 or 15.
I'm looking in the starting equipment, and mine gives me 19. There's no way I gained 19. I mean, there was more than 19. I went up, I think.
All right, I will assume that I had 15 to start then, and I will make mine 165,
Okay.
and we will hope that it does not randomly add gold to it.
That's really strange.
Dang it, Kaylin, quit hacking your character sheet.
And everybody else's.
Everyone else's too, yeah.
I'm using them as Swiss bank accounts. Just stuffing gold in there.
Or your packing was.
All right, so I fully intend to lose the gold, but because nothing ever works out for him. But
Well, maybe having a pitch in your party has reversed your luck. Okay, so after breakfast, you travel up to the main hall of the simulations deck, where you're briefed on an upcoming training exercise, where before you'll be led into one of the adjoining simulation chambers. Basically, the exercise will take you through a virtual journey through wild space and pit you in a race against the clock, trying to outperform a competing band of cadets, or actually 2 or more, facing their own simulation.
Gee, I like that.
Um,
We've got this.
I want to fly. I want to fly.
well, we'll get to that. So you arrive at the same time as another team, as well as Cersei Abijin and Boatswain Tardo, who were there waiting. A few members of the other squad murmur excitedly, but a glare from the boatswain as she chews her cigar quiets them. Well, this is going to be fun, Cersei says. And Tardo steps forward, welcomes you, and gives you some of the details. So, basically, you will be given an assignment to reach a shipwrecked ship that has a map of wild space that they need retrieved. Again, this is just a simulation, but that's what you'll need to do. So you will need to pilot your own ships, get to the shipwreck, which I
You say
believe
ships, is
is
that versus
also...
another team, or we each have a ship?
Each team has a ship,
Okay.
and there's 3 teams, so...
Call it.
Yeah, so each crew is to navigate their ship through a debris field on the outskirts of Collier, a sodding big gas giant. There you're to salvage the captain's logbook from the wreckage of an abandoned ship, then return to your starting point with your own ship intact. And Tardo levels a steely eye and says with a glare, "Intact, not first. Get the mission done well, not quick. Understand me?"
Yes, sir.
Good. Now you're
Absolutely.
going to need to pick out who's going to take on different roles as officers. So, let me see.
You have advantage on your rolls, you said, right, Jeremy?
Yes. Yep. For piloting. Yep.
So, yeah, the Spelljammer is one of the roles, but there are a few other officer roles that can do special things here. So there's the first mate, who kind of leads the crew, the bosun or boatswain, who kind of maintains the ship and helps operate it, potentially a medical officer, and a navigator. And
I have proficiency in navigation tools. Proficiency.
cool.
So I could do the navigator role.
I can.
So yeah, this is
I like this. I can
yeah,
spend a
this
spell
is
slot to raise the shields. That's cool.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting trivia actually. In original Spelljammer, you had to expend spell slots just to move the ship at all.
Oh, that would be difficult. Yeah.
But yeah, these are from an expanded rules thing, but kind of builds on or uses ideas from the I think Ghosts of Saltmarsh, the different officer positions.
Oh, that's why it looks familiar.
Um,
Okay.
But these different positions will both be important for skill challenges as well as in combat you will have special actions you can take. So given the navigation tools, Zarthus could probably be a good navigator.
Mhm.
I'm a first mate.
Okay. So then I'm guessing Ublek will be the Spelljammer.
Yeah. The advantage is going to be huge on piloting rolls.
True.
That's what
Okay.
she said.
Oh wow, Zarthus is actually pretty smart.
Yeah, because of the. What do you say? Fighters can't be smart.
No, just most aren't smart, but
I just like the way you
Yeah, no, I'm
said
going
that.
for a subclass.
He's in the room.
He's
He can
actually
hear
smart.
you.
I'm right here. Yeah, it's because of subclass I'm going for. You want to have a halfway decent intelligence.
true, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I comment on this because the skill challenges for the role kind of tend to use intelligence and wisdom, but cool that you do have
Which
it.
role? Navigator? Oh.
Navigator.
Yeah. So, and then I'm guessing,
Bosun?
yeah, Hildy would probably be the bosun since strength and stuff.
Hmm.
You
And
probably don't,
repairs.
Ship weaponry, yeah.
and yeah. You probably don't want him as your medical officer.
No.
Okay, cool.
Do you think this is going to take much past 9:30?
Yeah, probably it will.
Because
This
I got a meeting first thing in the morning, so
Yeah, I gotta get up early too.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so we can continue, I guess, 2 weeks from today, but, yeah, you'll do your first, spell jamming expedition, even if virtually. So.
yep, we'll let the slime drive.
Yeah.
Our ooze knows which way to go.
Trust in the ooze.
I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the slime drive.
Yes. All right. Well, I will stop the stream then. If you're ready
Cool.
and you don't want to set us up for anything. No.